returning after a bit of a summer break. It's been a couple of months since I last did a video. Things have been a little bit hectic, as you can imagine, being a gardener in the summertime. Oh, it's my boy Bentley. Yeah, being a gardener in the summertime can get pretty crazy, and with everything that's been going on this year as well, and changing jobs, yeah, it's been struggling to fit in some things. The allotment I'm now taking on my own, so we're going to have 2.5 allotments between two of us, which is pretty cool, because on the one that I'm taking on, I'm going to be doing cut flower and fruit. So I'm really looking forward to that, because I just like to grow stuff that I can eat, basically. So there'll be a lot of cut flower on there. It's also edible too. But today I just thought I'd say hello, and I'm doing a bit of potting up in the garden. We've got this lovely hydrangea paniculata limelight. I bought this one for my mum for her birthday, and it's in a, I think that's a 10-litre pot. No, it's a 5-litre pot. You can always tell it's always written on the underside. Getting a bit tongue-tied as well, which isn't good. But yeah, it's fairly pot bound now, and so I've got this lovely big green pot here. I've just put some compost in the bottom, filled it half full, which is a Miracle-Gro compost, so it's got slow release fertiliser pellets in it as well. These little ones, which I always used to find fun to pop when I was younger. Now they'll release over a couple of months as the shells start to break down with the moisture. And then I've just got some general multi-purpose compost, which I'm going to fill up the rest with. So pop that in the top. Now everyone seems to think that this time of year gardening is slowing down and you're not going to need to do much. I actually think this is the busiest time of year, because you're going to start doing planning and preparations ready for next year. But also, there are still flowers that grow this time of year, and well into winter as well. So you've got things like hellebores and pansies, violas, all lovely bedding plants that you can now change over in your planters that you've got. So don't think that summer's gone and the garden is now quiet and there's nothing that you can put out, because there definitely is. So get to your local garden centres and have a look, or local nurseries. I found a really nice one yesterday that I'm definitely going to be going back to. So yeah, bought a family pear tree to go on the allotment, which is just really exciting. I'm going to put a little bit more in there, I think. Just bring that up a little bit more. You don't want to fill your pots right full, like I've told you before, because you need a water inlet. If you don't, it can just spill over the edges. So if you've got this little bit of a trough around the edge, it also means that if you want to add anything decorative over the top, which will also help to stop water evaporating and stop the compost sort of drying out and going too hard, you can do that too. So I think I've filled that up enough now. I'm just going to make a bit of a hole in the middle. If you're not too sure how big a hole you need for your plant, what I suggest is leave it in its pot and just sit it in. You can hear today, and you can probably see the washing blowing a bit in the background as well, but it's a bit windy, so you don't really want to be taking the pot off your plant until you're right ready to put it in its new home. So I think I'm about ready now. So with this, I'm going to slide my hand in like this over the top of the crown. Take the label out. Turn the pot upside down, give it a gentle squeeze, just helps to release the pot from around the outside of the plant. It slides off. So it's definitely pot bound and ready to put into the new So I'll get rid of these leaves, and I've got the bin behind me, straight in there. Now when you've got pot bound plant like this, you can grab hold of the bottom and the sides and just tease the roots out, because that'll help to encourage them to grow out into the new compost of its new pot. And sometimes when plants have been so pot bound for so long, this one's not too bad because it's not gone right hard, but they can just keep the roots going round and round and round and round in a circle even when it's been planted in the ground. So this just helps to encourage the roots to grow further out. So place that in its pot like that, nice and in the centre, and just do that. Give the pot a bit of a wiggle, just firm it into place. And I think I'm going to pop a little bit more compost in there because just around this edge it's a bit proud. Like that. Now you see I push the plant into the pot slightly, but I don't like to really firm down around the edges because that can compact the compost around the edge as well, which then stops and closes any gaps that there might be in the soil for the roots to grow into. Here we have it. One Hydrangea paniculata Limelight. So I'm going to pop the label back in the pot. I like to put my labels at the back of the pot, but with the writing facing forwards. Just a preference, complete preference. So yeah, I'll give it a water, and that's my hydrangea potted up. The last things, I got some new sunglasses about a month ago. I was really gutted. My crazy orange sunglasses broke. So we've gone for some different ones. They're not quite so garish, but they're still a funky colour. My favourite colour, green. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this today, and it's great to get back doing something again, and hopefully see you soon.